Greetings, everybody. Patrick here. 8 questions with. Glad to be here. Uh, it's a gray, overcast Michigan day. It's been raining on and off. We're supposed to get it tomorrow, and supposed to get it tomorrow too. But we're back for another show, and tonight we have three guests. One you've seen several times before, and that'll be film director Joe Leone. He's going to come out and hang out with us. We're going to be talking to his two leading ladies from his new film, Greet Your Demons, in Remi Eve and in Adrienne Loren. We don't have Adrienne for the whole show. She's got an audition tomorrow, but we'll have Joe and we'll have Joe and we'll have Remi with us. Hey, Joe. Speaking of Joe, good evening, sir. Good evening. I'm still looking for something for us to do, Joe, but I got to find a date. June went away on me. All my June just vanished. Incredibly busy this month, and so we'll try to find something to do in July. Hopefully, things will calm down a little bit. I want to thank everyone for coming out yesterday with our talk with Amanda Ulch. That was a lot of fun. Two really good shows back to back, and I expect nothing less than from another great show tonight with Joe. He's always a delightful to talk to, along with Remi and Adrienne. I have reviewed the film. I think it's a very good film. I think Joe did a great job with what he had. He put every penny that he had on the screen. I thought the guests were, I thought the actresses, the two leading actresses, were fantastic. The supporting cast featured a pair, featured some other faces that we have seen. Osel and Arena, they were in the movie. Um, hey, Eric. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, you do. And don't forget, you got Shark Girl to watch. Um, and I'm looking forward to this tonight. Greet Your Demons it's a really good movie. It has horror elements into it for sure. Like I said, I think the movie I compared it to was Dying to Sleep, which had a lot to say. Um, it has elements of horror in it, but I saw it more as a drama, and I'm all right with that. I thought it worked really, really well for that, and it was a powerful film and well acted. Uh, and Anthony says he's still in 2012. He's locked into 2012. He got out of 2011. Now he's at 2012. Um, quick, because I got so much to do in June, so I better throw some dates at you. So tomorrow night, we will be doing a watch party. That's right, we're doing a watch party tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. We'll be joined by our good friend Spider Dobrowski. He will be here with us as we watch and comment on Teardrop. Teardrop was Tubi's first original film that they commissioned for, and Spider happened to write it. So he's going to be here tomorrow night. We might have some special guests. I don't know who. Spider says he might try to bring some friends. That would be awesome. And but we're going to be watching and commenting on Teardrop on tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. And then next Tuesday, we have Angela Williams will be here with us, artist Angela from Morbid Heart Designs, and she's also going to be talking a little bit about her pole dancing career. She's been doing some pole dancing. She's doing competitive dancing. And if you know Angela's story, you know why this is like an incredible feat, because she was incredibly sick for a while, and really had a hard time in life. And she is now in a place where she is kicking ass. And so we're going to be talking about street fairs and craft shows and dancing on Tuesday. And hopefully, if he's feeling better, we'll be joined by our good friend Hobbs Horror. We'll be coming on in there and hanging out with us. hopefully if he's feeling better. On the 11th, we have, speaking of Arena and her husband Rocky will be here. I'm not sure who else with the cast will be here. Well, we'll be talking with Rocky and Arena about their new film, A Cursed Hearse, which is a dark comedy, comedy horror, and I love the title already. Right. Um, so they'll be here next Wednesday on the 11th, and then on the 12th, we are heading down south to the land of Oz. We're going to be talking with a fellow YouTuber, podcaster, uh, our good friend Tate, Horror with Tate. We're going to be talking with him, and he is a young go-getter down in Australia. We're going to be talking about the status of Australian horror. So that'll be on the 12th. On the 16th, we have filmmaker Brendan Gabriel Murphy will be with us, and his new film Flux is out. And I watched that, and that is a banger of a movie. That's a good one. That's a corker. So we'll be talking with Gabriel on the 16th. Yeah, that's a good movie. I like it quite a bit. And on the 17th, we have another fellow YouTuber, HorrorTuber, Marcus from I Shot Him Six Times. He's going to come over and hang out with me and maybe one other person. If I can sweet talk him into coming on. I'm going to talk on all things mainstream horror. Halloween, Saw, Scream, anything mainstream, we're talking about it. Maybe we might get some shark action in there too, because we all love sharks. Not as much as Eric does, but it is summertime, and there have already been some incidents of some sharks happening. So we'll be talking about some shark movies. Um, we're going to be dark on the 18th because on the 19th we're going back to the land of Oz. We're going to be meeting Addison Heath from Black Forest Films, and that will be at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. The same thing with Tate, Horror with Tate. So on the 12th will be at 9 o'clock. On the 19th will be at 9 o'clock, and I'll remind you guys as we go forward. Let's see. I was on 19th. On the 21st, none other than Joe Leone, who we'll be seeing a little bit in a few minutes. He'll be coming back with us on the 21st for our second watch party of the month, and he and I will be watching Reap. And that was one of his. That was the first film that I actually met Joe on, and so we'll be talking about Reap. That's a corker of a movie too. Joe's a great filmmaker, and we'll talk about that's the first time I saw him, where I noticed that he has the Midas touch as far as casting young. It's a gift. What can you say? He just knows talent. He just has that. He knows women actors with severe talent. I mean, he just has that touch. You'll see that with Remi and with Adrienne. They're both fantastic actresses, and they're gorgeous and they're skilled. And of course, Joe has them in his movie, right? uh, and we'll be talking with Joe on the Saturday, the 21st at 8 o'clock. On the 22nd, the Midnight Society returns for a 2-day event. 2 days event, Midnight Society. Wow. Okay, so on the 22nd, it's going to be our return visit with Adam Marcus. Director Adam Marcus will be here. Him and his brave, merry band of skeleton crew. We're going to be talking about Hearts of Darkness, the making of the Final Friday, and that is now out. In fact, he is actually showing that on next Friday. Is it this Friday or next Friday? Next Friday. Next Friday. A week from tomorrow, he'll be showing that movie at a festival down in LA. But we're going to have him here on the 22nd, and we're going to be able to talk to him about the movie. And he finally got it out. He's been working on this. It's been a passion project for a year, and he got everything finally nailed down. And he wrote it. And now I went ahead and got it edited, and it's all smooth running for now. So we're looking forward to me having Adam come on and talk with us. Hopefully, we'll have the same crew we had for the first time. We had Al Lucard, aka the Bat, but he might be on vacation. And then our good friend Eric here in the chat. He and I are like the two leading proponents of Friday the 13th, the final chapter. We are like, Jason Goes to Hell. We are, yeah, that's, don't come at us with hate, because it won't end well for you. You'll end up being stuck watching shark movies. Um, but we love Jason the Final Friday. I think it's a fun movie, and it goes right well with Jason X with the same spirit of fun and excitement. So we're looking forward to talking to Adam again about Hearts of Darkness. And then on the 23rd, which is a Monday, we have two Clash of Titans. Two, the Midnight Society Clash of Titans. The first one will be at 3 p.m. and I am taking on Pugwall 316, our good friend Matt, and it is the best of the worst. So we will be talking about the two worst movies that we have in our collection, and yes, they're in our collection, but we still love them, right? Um, he will be talking about The Room. The Tommy was no The Room, not the Oscar winning Room with Brie Larson, but we're talking about the other Room, the crazy one. Me, I'm bringing Superman 4 to the party. I think I got this. I think I got this one down on lock. Um, yeah, I can't think. There was one other movie I could have brought out, but I'm saving that one. I'm saving that one in case someone springs on the another, best of the worst. So I want to have this in reserve because that really is truly the worst film in my collection. And there's only one reason I keep it. And well, if I ever talk about it, you'll find out why. And then we're coming back at 8 o'clock at our regular time, and super excited to have our friend Jonathan. Also, some of you may know him as Plat X2. Jonathan is going to come back out, and him and I. This is something I've been looking forward to forever. Ever since I found out that he is a big black and white movie fan like myself, and he loves the old actors back there. His favorite girl from the golden age of Hollywood is Jean Arthur. He has talked about her many times. You can see the excitement when he watches the Jean Arthur movie or found one of her movies while he's out and about. And I will be talking about Myrna Loy. I love Myrna Loy because I love the Thin Man series. And Myrna Loy is a spicy redhead, and she played Nora Charles in 6 movies. I yeah, I'm it's gonna be a really fun night. It's gonna be fast paced, and we're gonna be talking Gene Author movies. We're gonna be talking about Myrna Loy movies, and it's already a win. We're both winners for that. Anybody who comes in and watches the show, you're a winner too for this because these are two of the very best. Uh, let's see. We're gonna be dark on the 24th and the 25th. uh, and we're going to be back on Thursday. We're back on Thursday. We're going to be talking with Prison City Brigade, Zero, Ratchet, and Possum. It is a three-piece band out of Illinois, punk pop band. Really melodic, really band. It's one of the best sounding punk bands I've ever heard, to tell you the truth. I was like, are they really punk? They sound more like pop. Really polished, really good voices. And so they're going to be here on the 26th. And so it's been a while since we've had a band on. And I think the last time we had them, we had Jen and Chris from Camp Crush. Hi Jen, hi Chris. Hi Gus. I love those guys. Those guys they're my current favorite band right now, forever and ever. Camp Crush. They just I just am. I'm just amazed with how good they are. I would have booked them 6 times a week back in the day. All right. So we're talking with Prison City Brigade on the 26th. On the 28th, I just got this booked yesterday. So the brand new Western film comes out called The Wide West is coming out. It's already out. It's playing on Zumo Play, NBC Universal Zumo Play. And let me see real quick. I'm not sure how they're going to do this. Oh yes, I got to talk about that too. Uh, good call. Good timing. Um, I'm gonna put that down in my. So I just saw the movie, The Wide West, and Alexander Nevsky, Joe Cornette, and Tatiana Neva will come back, and we're going to be talking about The Wide West on the 28th of June. Super excited to have them come on. I watched the film. It's all I can say is that Joe and Alexander have really led the way, even before Sheridan, whatever that guy's name, Sheridan, whatever it is. Um, but they've been doing westerns now before that. And then Sheridan came out there with, I guess, Yellow. I've seen some episodes of Yellowstone. That is like, it's a cartoon. It really is. I was watching that and I was like, this is exciting because this is not realistic. It's like a cartoon. It's a live action cartoon. I like the guy who play. I like Wings Hauser who played or Cole Hauser who played Rip. I couldn't even believe that's the same guy who played in the bad guy in Too Fast Too Furious. I had no idea. I was like, that's the same guy. Holy crow! He looks like he's twice his size. All right, the doorbell has ring. All right, it's our good friend. It's our good friend Rick. The doorbell has rang, so you know what that means. That means we're gonna go get our guests and bring them on. And so stay tuned. I'm not sure who this is. Might be Joe. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, both of them. Ta-da. Wow!
Hello.
There's a
Wow! This
window.
is
Let me fix
awesome.
this.
I thought Joe was gonna beat you here to it.
We won.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
Hi,
did. So glad to have you here.
Remy.
Hi, girl. What's up?
So good to see you.
I know.
Wait a minute. Where's that French accent? I thought you were French.
I know. She nails that. She nails the accent.
Oh my gosh.
We try.
Yeah. You do know Joe's reputation, right? Did he tell you about my theory about did Joe tell you my theory about him and his casting?
No.
No, what is it?
So Joe has a Midas touch. It just amazes me. It blows me away. I've done like 5 of his movies. I've watched and reviewed 5 of his movies, and in every single movie, he always he always uh, uh, he always books tremendous leading ladies. I mean,
Oh, that's.
it's a gift.
I think so
And
too.
yes, they're all stunning. Every single one of you is stunning. I'm just sitting here going like I'm
Stop.
sitting here. I'm
Remy. It's
watching.
Remy.
I'm watching both of you, and I'm going like, that guy does this. He does this every time. Uh, so and every time he comes on there, I'm going like, Joe, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you go out there and get all these lovely ladies to come work for you? And but some of you worked with him for quite a while now, haven't you, Remy?
Yeah, I've worked with a couple movies with him. Yeah. I was like, as you were talking to me, I was like, how does he do it? But I think
Yeah,
honestly, like,
He's just like has an eye. And he's
yeah,
so kind and like I feel like he takes it all in.
yeah,
I don't
and
know.
it also is like he's really easy to work with. Like he's very, I don't
Totally.
know. I feel like when I'm on set with him, it like feels more like a family style, if that makes sense. Rather, right? Rather than like,
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's very
I
comfortable working with him.
it's I'm sitting here and I'm going like, man, every single, I mean, it's half, it's like half the reason why like Joe, like, what are you doing? What do you got going? What do you got going? Because I just want to see who he's got. I want to see who the next person's coming through. And it does seem like everybody else, a lot of the actresses that have done his movies. In fact, he commented on this the last time that he was here. He commented that a lot of the actresses that he books through his movies, they go. I mean, they go to the next level.
Oh yeah.
Uh, yes, and
Me
that
and
to him
Remi
is
are
like,
going.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're
Oh,
on
I
our
believe
way.
in you. I
Sorry,
believe
just
in
like
you.
a super tangent, Remi, I love the pink hair.
Oh my God, stop. I love
10
you.
out of
I love
10.
you. I was gonna say
10
I
out
love
of
your hair too. I feel like we're always changing our hair.
we were blonde at the same time. It was so
Yeah.
cool. And we're like our hairs were growing different speed. We're like, what do we
Your
do?
hair was going so fast.
I can't help it. I don't know what to do. I
I'm
just got
like,
new
I'm like,
headshots.
tell me the secrets.
I know,
I
I just
know.
got new headshots and I feel like I already have to cut my hair. Anyways,
No,
yeah.
that's the thing. That the headshot thing is hard when you change your hair. It's like it is a little like
Tough.
wild, but it's so worth it. Like you know what I mean?
Totally.
Like
And blonde was fun.
yeah, it was fun. It was fun to be fun.
But we're
Uh,
back.
Sorry.
what do you have most fun with? Like I think the pink hair is
I
pretty
think the
live
pink
too.
right now.
Pink is fun.
I'm really digging the pink. I'm honestly like, I don't know. This has been my favorite. I would say like the upkeep is the hardest.
Terrible.
Yeah, but
Horrific.
the pink is cool. I really rock with it. It like, cause like I live in LA, so like it's a big place and there's like a lot of people. If someone came up to me yesterday, they were like, "I saw the pink hair and I remembered you," and I was like, "Ah, okay." I think
Right.
it's
So
like yeah, it's like my
cool.
staple now.
Yeah. I did like the rose gold for like a moment and that was
Yeah,
like pretty
same. Wait,
cool. But
same.
that,
Low-key same.
I know. Twins.
Now, are
Legit
you
twinning
also
from coast to coast.
I know.
are you based on the East Coast, Adrian?
Yes, I am. I'm New
Okay,
York based.
I
Yeah.
didn't know you were LA based, Remy. I thought you were also on the East Coast.
Yeah,
What?
I moved here like I mean, I say a year. I've been here like almost a year now. That's what I say just because of like life stuff, but yeah.
Our chat is popping, and our friend Jerry says hello to you and Remy and Adrienne. So our friend Seth says keep up the good work. See, I'm sort of following Joe's trail. He gets the beautiful ladies first, but then he's around and says, "Could you interview him for me?" I'm like, "Thanks, Joe. You're the boss." Uh, and then Jerry says, "Remy, that you rock the pink hair." I
Thank
agree.
you so much. Thank you so.
Uh,
You know what? This color was actually a mistake. So I was like doing the rose gold for like a long, long time, and then like I had bought this color and I didn't check the label because I do my own hair. I didn't
Really?
check the label, and it came out hot pink, and I was like,
All right.
and I was like, whatever,
All right.
let's go with it. Like
Yeah.
at first, I was like so shocking, and I was like, wait, and then I was like, you know what? F it,
So, yeah.
send it. Yeah,
10 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10.
now, I know some people, like it's just it's just an expression. You want to have your hair pink to stand out a little bit more and more, free spirit and whatnot. Does it hurt when you go to auditions with the hair like that? I mean, like, do they ever tell you like, we want you to do the role, but if you get the role, you got to lose the hair, you got to lose the color in the hair, or
So
do they generally book you with how you look?
I think, well, honestly, I think the pink has like definitely gotten me like more like modeling things. I don't know, I guess because it just like like more stands out. As for the acting stuff, I've honestly been more into like creative directing and stuff. So I've been on the other side of the camera. I don't know, I took a break from it. You know what it was? After COVID, I feel like things just got weird. And so like I haven't
Totally.
had that momentum to get back to like I will send out my auditions and like I'll get callbacks and then I know it sounds really stupid and I forget. I have like severe ADHD, so I always
Totally.
forget like to check. But honestly, I don't think it's changed. I think I get the same amount. If I were to like get in there and actually like start doing my shit again, I would get probably the same amount,
I would say,
honestly.
yeah, I agree too. And I don't think the amount of auditions stop. I think that you can just, if you look back on like when you had dark hair or whatever, or blonde, you can see it's just different auditions. You're getting
Yeah.
different opportunities. It's like you get the hip, cool, creative girl. You get like, it's just a different, I definitely booked more different things when I was blonde than when I have dark hair. When I have dark hair, I get a lot of like business and like mom roles or
Yeah.
still
I would say
young
that's
with
the
the
thing.
short, but like the blonde was more like hip, edgy, young. Like I think it's just different. It's like they're and with your pink hair, they'll specifically look for you, so she'll get things that are specific to that.
Yeah, and a lot of the things,
That
I don't
makes
know if you
sense.
noticed lately, a lot of the things like they don't have, which I think is really cool. There's no like labels for what they're looking for. Do you know what I
Totally.
mean? They just have like like the age range and then like a description, and then like they don't even like do ethnicity either. Like they're just like whoever is the
Hmm.
best gets it, and I love that. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, and sometimes too, I think productions don't know exactly what they want until they like
Yeah,
lock eyes and they find their whoever they're trying to cast.
right, exactly, exactly,
You, you
exactly.
know, you know
Remy.
when I was watching
I'm coming to LA.
when I was watching Greet Your Demons, the one thing I really admired about you, Remy, was I love the fact that I hope you understand. I mean, the way I look at it is like I'm sitting there going like, not only could you look great wearing a dress, but
Yeah, I like that whole yeah.
but
Yeah.
underneath that dress, I would expect you to see you wearing Doc Martens.
No,
You know,
I actually appreciate that because I like fashion to me is like a form of expression.
hmm
So I like to express my like self. I guess androgynous is the best way I can describe it. I just like to literally I like to be feminine and I like to be masculine and whatever I'm feeling is what I wear. So I do actually really appreciate that because I think for a little while and I think everyone kind of goes through this in all phases of life is like you're not really sure what fits for you or works for you and you're trying to figure it out and I guess I don't know, like one day it just clicks where you're like, who gives a fuck and wear whatever you want. And like that's kind of how it worked for me. Wait, it's because of
uh,
the tats? Is it the tattoos? Is that what you were like Doc Martens?
no. I was just thinking, when I was watching you, the one name just kept on crossing my mind. I'm going like, I would love to see how she could handle an action role,
Um
like a Gina Carano.
Catwoman. The remake of Catwoman with pink hair.
Yeah.
Or it'd be
Yeah.
Totally.
really cool to play Jinx from Arcane. I that would be sick.
And
I just saw that and I'm like, she could do with this both. To be, she's got that, you got that
I'm
physicality
like, don't
there.
make me bring out the guns. Welcome to the gun
Yeah.
show.
I just thought I thought it was badass.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I really do. I was really impressed with that. And let me go to the chat because
Oh yeah.
speaking of beautiful girls, in walks Dylan Fawn Harvey. Hi, Dylan. How are you? Dylan is an actress based in the Midwest, and she does a lot of great horror films.
Love
great.
that.
Working with director Todd Sheets, and she's an amazing person. I love Dylan. She's really cool, really cool.
Hey girl.
Um, so let's go back to the both because you guys
Mhm.
now you said you moved to LA.
Yeah.
So where did you move to? Where did you move from to before
Jersey.
you? So you're Jersey, and
Yeah, East
Adrian,
Coast.
how about you?
I'm in Jersey. I'm in Jersey City, but New York,
It's like,
same.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like New
I'm
York,
right
Jersey. I
there.
feel like they're like the same. They're like,
Yeah. And I'm like I can see New York from my window, so I'm right on the water. Yeah.
Now,
it's
did you
actually
guys know
sick.
did you know each other when you were in Jersey? Did you share the same
No.
auditions and go out for the same roles?
No, but I
No.
did watch her audition and I was like, we need her. We need her for the part. I was like, get her. Yeah, yeah. So like that was the first, honestly, I met you and we just like
Yeah, we met.
instantly
Yeah, we just
clicked.
connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easy. The
It was
easiest
so
like
easy. It was so easy.
so cool.
Sorry.
And
I'm just
we
like,
kept saying like, should we hang out?
I know.
Should we like
And
hang
then
out and
COVID
talk?
happened. And then COVID happened right
Yeah. Oh
after.
my God, it was so sad.
Ah, yes.
So then did you guys get together before before you started filming for Demons? Did you guys get together and talk
No.
about both
No, I don't
characters?
even know if we did. Did we do a table read? Like a
I don't,
Zoom?
so long ago.
I
Honestly, I
don't
don't even
think so.
know.
I honestly don't think
No, I
so.
think we raw dogged
I
that.
think we like met on set.
Yeah, I think we were just like, let's do it.
And then we like basically, yeah, we shot like long, long days into the early morning and
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I actually, that was
But
the only
which was
movie
I
I've
think it
ever,
was
what?
yeah, sorry. I think it
No,
was
go ahead,
pretty
baby, go.
great for our characters because
Mm.
it kind of like that's kind of like how they work on screen is like they're just meeting and then they're instantly connected. So it
Yeah.
kind of worked the same with us as actors, which was
Yeah,
helpful.
that was nice. It was like, yeah, it was like method.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
agree.
you know, because you guys have both I'm looking at both your IMDb's, and you guys both have a really nice body of work
Thank you.
behind you. You know, and you guys have worked really hard. Had you ever done a role? Have you ever done anything like that? You know, Greet Your Demons? Because and when Joe was here, we talked about this, and I told him that you know, I'll tell you now. Uh, I did not see Greet Your Demons as a straight out horror film at all. I saw it more as a drama.
Yeah, it was like
And
like a psychological one. Like a
Hmm.
psychological
right.
thriller is how I viewed it. Yeah.
Um, and
Uh,
I was like, you know, I thought it was the range that you guys showed, because you had to show a lot of range, especially you, Remy, because
yeah.
every demon that you met, you had to adjust your character to match up with that demon. Um,
I'm getting the chills right now. This, yeah, this, I will tell you what though, like I could not have done that without my co-stars, honestly. Like everyone across this board, especially you. Like there was so many scenes that were just like they were so intense. They were so intense. Like that
Yeah.
crying scene. There was a
Oh
couple
my
of
God,
things.
I think about that all the time. That
Me
scene
too.
was
And
so good.
like there was, and I don't like where she like catches me. That was like real.
It
Like
was so
we were
good.
like some of the, because I mean you watched it, but like I don't know, dude. Preparing for that role was, I would say, like one of the hardest things I've ever done. um I mean, like I still to this day like get heavy hearted about it because I almost didn't do it. I almost couldn't do it. Because I, you know, as someone who's grown up and I've dealt with like suicidal, hey, but perfect time to
There he
join.
is.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
There he is.
Joe making his Hollywood entrance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Uh,
I at Joe, I almost didn't do it. I almost didn't do it. I almost couldn't do it. And it's because like as someone who grew up with like I've had suicidal thoughts, like I've dealt with a lot of the things that my character had dealt with. And obviously I'd healed past it, but like going back into that role, honestly, I'm glad that I did it because at the end it was very cathartic. But it took me to a really dark place, and it was so yeah, it was a lot. It was really, really hard. um I think it put into a different perspective because you know when you go through those things yourself, right, like self-harm and I have ADHD, so I always have like a range of emotions all the time. I'm medicated now, but you when you see it from the other side, a different perspective, I guess when you're playing someone else, you almost have more empathy towards like you know what I mean? So you're like almost like, damn, I was so hard on myself for like not being normal or like not being like everyone else that I feel like not everyone else, but the people that I would see that could go through life and like not have these same feelings and emotions, and then you see it from playing that character, and you're just like, holy shit, like why was I so hard on myself?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Totally.
Uh,
Yeah,
And to
so
Helena,
see that as an
Helena was
actor.
Helena was very hard to like at first. I mean, you really it's a struggle, but that's
yeah,
exactly how it's supposed to be. You know,
yeah,
we're supposed to, like, we see her and go like, man, you know, she's
like the
rough.
arc of my life, literally.
But
Like I didn't love myself and I had to learn to love myself, and like so I related to her really, really hard. But I agree, I do see what you're saying. Yes.
um, uh, Joe, talk to us a little bit. Talk to us a little about that when you're writing the parts. You know, Sharon, and tremendous guardian angel too. I mean, I thought about that too after we talked before about films that have featured our guardian angel. And uh, uh, Sharon was unlike any guardian angel I had seen on screen. Most of the time, you know, they dress up like us. You know, like, you know, I'm just thinking, you know, Here Comes Mr. Jordan. I'm thinking about some other, you know, The Ghost Whisperer, that type of thing, where you're, you know, where you're dealing with angels or other spirits. What was it like to create that? What was more harder to create, Sharon or Helena, as far as Greet Your Demons go?
real quick, because I'm not going to
Good
hijack.
question.
Like I had
Good,
my
great question. No, please hijack. We
Yeah, no,
haven't
please
seen
hijack.
you
That's a good
in
question.
a minute. That's an amazing
Yeah,
question.
we already
Super
talked
rare.
you up, Joe. We already blew you up, Joe. We're sitting here, all three of us are going
yeah,
like, how does Joe do it?
yeah,
So
ask
you're into the hall.
amazing, and they just are super nice. And Yeah, for both of the roles, just quick. I mean, I wrote the role Helena for Remi because, as you said and
You guys
know,
work together. Yeah.
yeah, we worked together a million times, and I was like,
She's amazing. We know.
this is the role for her. And then, of course, she was, in and out, and then I was like,
Sorry.
this was
No, you literally were like, you have to do this. I was like, you're right.
You're like, okay.
I'm like, okay,
Sure.
I'll be there.
Sure.
And with the Sharon character, I just wanted, I mean, like, yeah, thank you for the compliment of the character, but it's like I wrote it, I wanted her to be like this French, super cool, just like the opposite of what you would kind of picture of someone. And it's also is a little bit of a red herring because it's like I didn't want to give away what exactly she was. I wanted her to be a little like you just weren't sure where she stood morally or what was her deal. And I know on the page I did a decent job. It came out okay, I think. And then of course Adrienne just elevated it and did this whole French thing, and just with her costuming and her acting was just so incredible. And then the two of them, as you said last time, and their chemistry was just like on fire. So I was super happy with seeing both of these characters like come to life. Again, Helena, I knew done. Remi is going to be perfect as long as she gets it together.
Goes up.
And then,
as long as she comes to,
as long as she can get it together.
No, I know. I'm so glad I did it. But wait, talk about the fact that you never did a French accent before and then nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk
Can
about
we just
that.
talk about, I think, I don't know how much time I had, but it was like nothing. He's like, okay, yeah, here's the full script. You can do a French accent, right? I was like,
I think you had like a week or something, or like 4
but
days.
it was something ridiculous.
Yes.
But I was so excited to take the challenge. And also what's really cool about this, it's like it's what she is seeing in her mind. So it's also what she knows to be a French accent. So if it's not perfect, it works totally within the story because she has not been to France as a character. And it's also a person that essentially, in a way, is her perspective and who she's creating, which also was really a cool creative choice that like worked with how I pronounce some words. So
you killed it.
Yeah, you definitely did. I like the clothes. I like the hat. I
thought I would wear her red lip today as
I know it is. I know it
in
is.
reference to her character. I was like, let me put it on real quick.
Also, you're just like so classy and demure. I'm like, you were like perfect. It was like, anyway, sorry.
we're in love. It's great.
It would have been interesting when you were tackling with that last demon, the one that was just pushing you to the edge. It would have been interesting.
Yeah.
It would have been interesting to see that hand come from behind the demon to grab it by the scruff of the neck and a Sharon. It would have been like, damn.
Yeah, Joe.
Sequel.
I don't know about that, but we'll discuss that offline.
That's how I always look at things. And we're like, okay, now's the time for the cavalry to come in. But it really did work the way it's supposed to. It really, the cavalry did come in at the very end anyway. It did come in.
Yeah. Herself, the point she had to do it herself, and Sharon is guiding her, and that's how she.
I know.
But we don't.
Can I get a little help around here?
No spoilers. People haven't seen.
Both now, had you ever played Adrienne, had you ever played a role like Sharon before? I mean, you've done a few things. Was this your first divine character that you played?
For specific to Sharon, yeah, I would say it's definitely very, very specific, and that's part of the reason why, like, I read the script and I talked to Joe, and I was just like, this is so cool, so fun, so unique. Regardless, like, I just, sorry, my cat's literally trying to get in the door.
Cats are welcome here.
You're like fighting for your life.
It was no.
Bring on the cat.
It was it's a very unique character. I can't say I did anything similar to it at all. So it was really fun. It was really fun to be almost like this whimsical, dreamlike person. Then also like she got really serious and like and also almost like a friend to Helena. Like there was all different layers of her, which was really fun to play.
Yeah.
So as an audience, I think it was cool. Even when I watched it for the first time, it's like if I wasn't her, like you're not sure where to place her, or like, do you love her? Are you skeptical? Like it was a really fun character to play for sure.
I agree. And I
And
think you did a really good job. And to piggyback of what you were saying, I think it is really hard because, again, earlier when you were saying, like, you're basically playing a character from my mind.
Right.
And like, so in a way, we were mirroring each other. And I think that you did just a
Totally.
phenomenal job, which is why I said, like, I could not have done as good as I did without, like, my co-stars, specifically you. So,
Thank you. I mean,
um,
I feel the same way. Like I think we really it was really nice to like have so much time together when we were shooting and off screen because I really do think that we worked off each other and
yeah,
certain times when we even had a scene and we did it and we were like, no, we need to do it
we
again
need
because
to redo that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we
We were
like
both on board for
yeah.
that. We were like, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right. Like, let's
totally.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a ping pong in like a very equal and awesome way.
Yes, I know.
yeah,
I love you.
that I think for that for roles like this, and correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, but I think for roles like in this type of movie, I just especially for independent films, they don't have that much time for rehearsal, and sometimes you guys can't do a table read and whatnot. But I think in a movie like this, I think it's almost an absolute must that the two main characters, or the three main characters, do spend some time, because it's such a heavy subject. You're talking about, like, some serious shit here, and you want to get to know the person you're going to be sharing scenes with, so that, you want to make sure that they're on the same page as you, because if you don't, if there's the chemistry's not there, it can really derail the project.
Yeah, for sure. And I just would say to that, like they said, they instantly clicked. And just as, professionals, as actors coming in, just knowing their stuff and just diving in. And again, it's such a short, zero rehearsal time, just doing it. And, they buoy the film. Again, like I said last time, there is no film without the two of them. So, thank you both again so much.
Just to piggyback off of that, and I say to this day that film has made me a better actress 100% because of literally playing devil's advocate of what you're saying. The limited rehearsal time, the limited time being together, the very quick filming and time frame wise for typically a movie like this, you had to be on, and you're not. I mean, it definitely made me like that urgency has made me a way better actress for
And
sure. And
I,
I feel like you can't create that situation. It was so lucky. I'm so grateful that it fell in. I got cast for it. So thank you, Joe.
well, I
It
will say
really
this.
did. It really did. It definitely has like made, um, some films you get too much time, and there's like this weird double-edged sword, but for this film the limited time did make you like really have to like buckle down, and you had to do it. That's it. You had no option. So that's a really cool, I mean, that's my perspective on it, but I really think that it did make me a better actress. So
I
Now,
agree, and and to piggyback off them too. One thing that me and Joe, no, because one thing about no, because this is a compliment coming your way. One thing
oh
about me
no.
and Joe is that we work really well together because we work really hard. Like, I am the type of person where I'm like, I don't care how late we have to go. I'm like, let's get it.
Totally.
Like, especially for the characters. I mean, all of the characters that I play with you, but like, there's certain roles and there's certain characters where it's like you can bring your A game, but there's certain like there's almost like there was a weight on our back because we were representing something heavy and something deep, and like to make sure that we just encompass those characters, encompass those, like, I would say, I want to say qualities, I don't want to talk negatively about it, but like that hard stuff, like that's like a tough pill to swallow, and you have to like
Totally.
show up and be on point. And one thing I love about you is that you were right there with it, right there on it. And yes, I guess we could have been like, oh, maybe she wouldn't, but we knew that you were going to. Like, we knew that she was going to nail it. Like, so it was easy for us to just like jump in and be like, long hour days, morning, let's wake up. I think we even had to fly, we had to drive
We
back
stayed up.
when,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we had to drive back and refilm stuff with not the same camera, right? I don't
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. That's my work ethic. I will just be like, let's go back 100 times. If to this
Totally.
day, Joe called me and was like, it wasn't out yet, and he was like, we've got to finish it. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm dyeing my hair
I'm
black
like,
on my way.
where's
Yeah,
my black hat? Where's my
yeah,
like
on our way. I don't know. So I think,
100%?
yeah, and I think he's really good at just casting people that do that. I think like you have a good what's the word? Like you have a good like sense of who's gonna be. Yeah,
It's
Remy,
called
Totally.
it's the Midas touch. I mean,
five,
Joe, like I think this is the fourth or the fifth movie. I think this is the fifth movie that you and I have I've interviewed you for, I said before that every time that I've met Joe, I've always commented right away like, how did you do it? How because I just love it. I just love his casting choice so much. Probably honestly, I'm not saying this. I'm saying this for the record. But as far as casting goes, I think you're my favorite casting director. I mean, when it comes down to that, I mean, you just have you just have the touch, and
it's well,
it makes the movie really pop.
it is like Remy just said that.
sorry. She was looking at me, and I was like, come on.
Oh
So
my
cute.
God. I'm
He's
gonna
a
FaceTime you
baby.
at some point.
That's a French poodle, isn't it?
Yeah, she's a rescue.
Oh my
Okay.
God, I can't even deal.
Sorry.
Was this the most difficult roles that you guys have played up to this point in your careers? Do you feel?
Yeah.
You can say
Remy.
no if
No, yeah.
difficult. I mean, difficult for me, difficult in a way that no, difficult in a way that like we did have this huge time constraint, and also it was, I was driving to set,
Heavy.
and it was a far drive, and it was heavy, and the time constraint, like I said, is what it definitely made me a better actress. So it was tough, and we were on limited sleep, and we were doing back to backs, and like it
yeah.
it it definitely was difficult in a way that had a great outcome, I would say.
That's what I'm gonna say. When I say difficult, I don't mean like, oh, like it was easy to work with these two. It was easy to work with the whole cast. I meant difficult because of the responsibility that I felt come with like
Totally.
accepting these characters. I
Totally.
think difficult in the way that it was, I mean, those were hard scenes. I mean, like I literally,
Totally.
yeah, right. Like those scenes were hard to do. They were heavy. They were not like lighthearted, fun comedy. And
No.
that's not to say that comedy is not like easy acting. But
Totally.
I
But yeah,
mean,
it's a
we're talking
different it's a
about, yeah, we're
different
talking
feel.
about
Yeah.
suicide, self-harm. Those are like,
I
and
mean, literally,
embodying those
Remy
characters.
has a scene where she's literally looking at herself on like basically a ventilator. Like that is insane to even try to dig that up as an actress, and she
I was
did
Saying
it.
gonna
goodbye to my parents, like
Yeah, wild.
I was gonna
that was
ask
heavy.
you, Remy, what
It's
was
not
it
every day
like?
you get roles like that, It isn't.
That's one of the ways one of the things I was gonna ask you. What was it like to be on the bed, with the tubing and the mask? You're on a ventilator, and what was it like to lay there so quiet and hear your scene partners act out? No, especially the ones where it looks like you were dying. What was it like keeping your eyes closed and hearing your fellow actors come back? Like react to what was going on.
Okay, so I'm gonna say there was like a lot of times that I try really hard not to cry for like a tear to like fall down my eye. That was definitely hard. Um, to be lighthearted, I did enjoy laying down. I did enjoy acting laying down.
Yes. I mean, some scenes
I'm
are
not gonna lie. I was like, I'm not gonna lie. That's nice. But
I
it
mean,
was
honestly, that's so honest and so
that's so
true.
honest and so real.
Yeah.
These scenes, I'm good. I don't have any lines, but it was also really cool to, I don't know. I guess like witness because I mean, it's okay when you're not supposed to be in the scene, but you're in the scene. It's cool because you
Right.
get to like basically take in everyone else's acting skills around you, and I thought
Totally.
that was really interesting. Um, but yeah, no, it was I mean, it was hard. It was hard. It's difficult, I mean, when you especially again someone who is I mean, Joe wrote it because he knows me and we've had like we have a great relationship, me and Joe. I love him. But it's
Totally.
difficult when you've also I kind of like in my eyes, I kind of like thank my own strength for still being here today, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not afraid. That was
Oh,
cute. I don't know what that was. I'm not afraid
Your
to
heart's
admit,
yeah.
like, I'm a mental health advocate. I'm not afraid to admit that I've been.
Totally.
My dog is, as I'm trying to be very serious, my dog is playing with me right now.
I
I'm
know
so
that was
sorry.
me before, like this.
Yeah. I'm a mental health advocate. I don't shy away from hard conversations. I don't, if it makes you uncomfortable, get out of the room, because the reality is
Totally.
there's so many of us that deal with these things. And the more we talk about it, the less it'll be like taboo and like scared. I guess in my mind, I was like, wow, I'm glad that I fought through it, because I would never want to do that to the people around me that I love. Again, this movie was,
let me say something about that real quick.
yeah.
You know, it's because it's such a serious subject. But let's say down the road a couple of years, something goes crazy. I learned one thing. I've learned not to, like, we always hear about that when someone suddenly dies. A lot of times it is that, they call it self-harm. I hate that title, for one thing.
Me too.
Self-harm. You know what it is? Sometimes, we all, there's a line from a movie called there's a Dirty Harry line called "A man's got to know his limitations," or "A person's got to know his limitations." And sometimes with Helena wasn't a bad person at all,
No.
but she just hit her limit. She went as far as she could go. She couldn't see her way out of anything else. She was in.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the one sitting there going like, "Wow, why'd she do that for? That was stupid." Just because I'm not in her shoes. I
Right.
haven't walked in those shoes. And what if she is tired? What if she has gone as far as she can go? It's like, I'm not going to be I'm not going to condemn it. I'm not going to condone it,
Right.
but I understand it.
Exactly.
And so yeah, I hear people use that term self-harm, and it's like, maybe that works for people under 25, maybe I'll go with that. But when people are in their 30s or 40s or 50s and that does happen to them, where they've gone to that point and there's no other, I just look at it as they ran their race. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna condemn it. I'm not gonna I haven't walked in their shoes. I say this because this is a heavy subject. And again,
Totally.
my hat's off to Joe for writing such a brilliant script. Not an easy thing to talk about. I mean,
Yeah.
a movie about this isn't racking up huge money at the box office. When's the last time you saw a movie about this, about someone in this kind of situation that's racking in $100 million? It's a more personal, more important movie than that to me, which
I
is
agree.
really what I loved about the film. And again, hats off to Joe for writing it, because up to this point, me and Joe, we've always talked about horror films because he's always directed horror. And I think I surprised him a little bit when I said, you did a drama here and you did it and you knocked it out of the park. It's the first time. I'm all in for it, because it's like, yes, I love horror movies, but I love the fact that he went out on a limb creatively to do something different. And of course,
Yeah,
his Midas touch helped him get the right cast for it too.
right, but it really does come down to that, because like you said, I trying to like expand and grow as we make these films and just do different things, innovative things, but also, as you said, not just so one note. And that's why I just want to again say about both of their performances, like I wrote the part Helena for Remi. I know, like, I'm writing, I know how she's going to say a lot of the lines, but she surprised me a lot too. Same thing with Adrienne. She just, sometimes things were like, whoa, out of left field, not how all I was thinking. And I was like, that's the take. That is it. Like, I didn't even think of that. I think, just to your point, it's about both of them being so in touch as actors with all those emotions, going from the levity in the script. Of course, they both have like funny lines, and then going, into the deeper stuff. So that's all. I just want to say, it's really like the testament to how good and committed and just talented they both are. So,
But
Well,
you are an incredible writer, and one thing that I do really love about you is that you
Go
are
away.
always open if we have the time for us to like play around a little bit with our
right.
characters. And
Totally.
I think that that's what makes you so amazing on so many levels.
And
Um,
thank you. And one day when I'm not at the point of financial ruin and we can all do a movie together,
We'll do
I know.
another one,
I was
please.
just thinking that you guys should come out here and you could stay with me and we should film something.
we'll do
Say
it.
less.
But yeah, I mean, anyway, yeah, it's that's the plan, and
Yeah.
bigger
I,
things together. So anyway, sorry.
What's your favorite genre to do? Because I was watching Adrienne, I was watching your reel, and you look absolutely stunning.
She's
And
so beautiful.
it looked like to be a romantic comedy, from the clip that I saw. Um, is what's your strength, as far as your acting? I mean, what do you like to do more of? And same question to you, of course, Remy. It's like, because I know you could do horror because I watched Death Sentences, and that was pretty good too. The ending was ooh. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Um, what's your favorite genre to act in? I mean, that gets you really excited to go on set.
For me, it is definitely something very deep. The light and giddy stuff and the beautiful stuff is amazing, but I want to be the final girl. I want to be crying. I want blood. I want to be like I like the stuff that's going to make you feel something for the character moving forward and going against the odds. I love that. Or yeah, I really love the psychological thrillers. I love the horror. It's so fun to play because you go to a place you don't go to in everyday life. Like it's definitely like um the dark and the deep stuff is I think I thrive, and I think it's super fun to play as an actress because you can also it like really moves people because it's you go through these subjects that are not common or that are hard to talk about, and you can do it in a creative way that's not always the prettiest. It's messy, and that's definitely my favorite, if that
Now,
makes sense.
have you done a straight horror film as of yet?
I have a thriller coming out.
Uh,
It's called One Way Out. It is kind of like a home invasion movie. So when it comes out, I will send it to you guys. But I played one of three girls that went to a cabin, and it's a wrap from there. So I
yeah,
will keep you guys
when
posted.
are we going to learn that it's always a bad idea to go to a cabin, and
And those
especially
movies, I was just
don't
talking about
bring.
this last night. My
Yeah,
favorite type of movie is like a movie where it's bright and sunny, they're going to a cabin, they're like jumping in the lake, and then everyone dies.
Everything changes.
I wouldn't mind going to the cabin. I wouldn't mind going to the cabin, but if I got
Yeah,
in the
those are
car,
so fun. And they
if I got in
literally
the
always
car,
soar in the box office no matter what, no matter how corny
Oh,
they
if
are or
I
how good
hear,
they are.
I know
Like
that
they're
I
so
do
good.
horror acting, but if I hear a
Yeah.
creak, I'm going the other way. In
But
real
yeah.
life, the real me is
Me
booking
too. If
it.
I see a spider, I'm out. But like on screen, I will do anything. Like if I see a spider, I'm like on my roof.
uh-huh.
I will talk about Death Sentence
I'm like calling my
today.
neighbor.
I'm sure.
Wait, I wanna
You're going
just
the other way. You're going the other way, Remy.
wait, oh, absolutely.
Out.
Well, okay, wait. Let me
Um,
Wow.
rewind. Let me rewind. If I'm with people I love, I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
like defend them, absolutely. But I'm gonna also be like, guys, we can also free will exists. We can just get in our car and go home.
I mean, also, I feel like as an actress, like, okay, so like, I feel like under pressure, if there's an emergency situation, I thrive because I'm the oldest
Oh,
to thrive.
yeah.
Like, I'll do amazing. However, if
But
we're
if
in a
someone's killing us,
situation that's like a movie and we walk in and I'm like, this is not right, I'm not going to keep going into the place. I'm going
thank
to be
you.
like,
That's a yeah, yes,
I've seen this
yes,
movie. It doesn't
yes,
Yeah.
work.
Right.
Get
yes,
out.
And that's
yes.
why I always try to make the situation impossible to leave. So that's why, like,
Right.
this
Totally.
I
Totally.
know, I know.
Totally.
is mine. You have nowhere to go. So
Tonight
I
I'm
was going
gonna
to say,
watch. I don't know if you guys heard Until Dawn. It just came out.
oh yeah.
No.
I'm
I
watching
heard
that
it.
tonight. I'll let you know. But it's the same type of
Let me
like
know. Yes, no.
you
Wait,
keep
I
going when
actually
you
I
shouldn't.
had a thought pop in my head that I just want to point out because I know a lot of people talk about like my range of emotions in this, but nobody realizes that Adriana had to literally keep a smile on her face and be like cheery and like upbeat for scenes that were like utterly like heartbreaking. And like that is extremely difficult. So I would just like to point that out because you did an amazing job at that. Yeah,
I
I
know,
Oh,
just
because
wanted
that's
to
I was
say that.
actually thinking about
so
I was thinking about you
kind.
watching your parents, Remy, like in your movie parents. I was thinking how hard that was. That's why I asked you earlier, what was it like laying there on your back and you hear your mom and your dad, or they're talking about you dying, and what does that mean? Asking the nurse to come in there, and the nurses tell them, and the dad is like, the mom's lost, she's in denial. The dad is like, he's he's practical, but it doesn't make it any easier at all.
Oh, my
Um,
parents definitely sobbed. They sobbed during that scene because it looked real to them. It felt real to them. So
Totally.
yeah.
And I think like just going off of that, I mean, Remy has her own experience too, but like when like she's a professional, you're in that scene, you know that you're acting, so you're going off that as well. But you do relate from personal stuff to bring up the emotions. Um, but those scenes are always hard to like kind of watch back, I feel, especially if you're like a relative or a family member, because they see it as that's my baby on the little, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
right. Oh yeah,
So
that's you got. I asked that question. I've asked that question, times before. It's like whenever I think Remy, you've done some death scenes, in horror films. Have you done a death scene yourself, yet? Adrienne, have you been killed on camera yet?
She probably can't say because spoilers.
Well, don't yeah, don't just
I
up to
I
this point.
have been more than once.
Okay. So I mean, your folks when the first time your folks see you die on screen,
Well,
I'm
oh,
sure.
okay. So my first acting thing ever, I was in high school and I played a murder victim on SVU. And it was my first thing. I was literally like 16 and I had my own trailer and I kept saying to production, I was like, I don't want to be in my own trailer. Can I go with the background? I'm all alone. This doesn't make sense. My mom sobbed when the episode came out. It's like Law and Order SVU, so it's intense. It was really cool to be on set
Yeah.
with them, but my mom cried so much, and I was like, Mom, I'm alive. But death scenes are definitely, they're so difficult. They're so different from production to production. Um, when you have to actually play physically dead, that is very challenging physically to not move your eyes, not breathe, all that stuff. But I think each one is different and challenging in their own ways. But
When we talk about this, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking there's two scenes that come into my mind when about being dead and not. The first one was obviously Tobin Bell from Saw. He's like
Mm.
the whole damn movie
Sheesh.
dead. It's like
It's
how hard.
It's hard. It's very
Yeah, that
hard.
would have been really hard. And the other one is one of my favorite scenes, and it's an Al Pacino movie called Insomnia. And in it, this young girl gets killed, and during the autopsy, and he walks by and he lightly brushes her hair. I've seen that movie. I saw that movie like
Eerie.
15 times. I never noticed that scene, and then I saw it for the first time, and I got choked up by it. I'm like, that's an amazing scene. That's an amazing thing. He just was standing there and just walked by, and just the very slightest of the slightest, he just ran his character ran his hands through her hair, and I just thought that was just so moving. Um, so you guys have so you have Remy, let's talk a little bit about you, and let me know, Adrienne, when you do have to go. We're okay.
I
Uh,
would say I'm definitely, I could be here till 9 latest for me.
You got minutes with Adrienne, so make them count.
Thank you so much in advance for having me here, and it's so great
oh
to see
gosh,
all your faces,
well,
Joe, Remy. Like seriously, like we need to hop on a call and catch up. But this
Yes.
is
No,
really
I
nice. I
agree.
really appreciate you having me on board. So thank you.
I'm gonna mention this already, but when the time comes and the movie and your movie does hit, I know it's going out on streaming services, and when it does hit, I definitely would love to have you guys come back as a unit.
Totally.
And I'd love to come back and do a watch party with you guys and talk
Oh,
about the movie as it goes on. I
Hell yeah.
would, yeah.
Oh, Demon?
Me and Joe are doing that on the 21st. We're gonna be watching Reap together.
so fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Uh,
In.
See, Joe's almost like I should just have him as a co-host. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about I love the films that you've been in. Like I said, I watched Death Sentences. That was really cool. What's been your favorite movie outside of Greet Your Demons? What's been your favorite experience on set? Or I guess I should say on set. What's been your favorite experience? What movie was it? What were you in?
Okay, I'm gonna say Parts 2 Hangry.
It's a great title.
No, genuinely, because like I got to play such like she was a cool character too. Like she was like, I don't know, I liked her vibe. I feel like I think I'm that girl. Like I'm like cool, and like I'm
Oh,
just
you are
not
cool.
so
Get out of here.
nerdy. And I think it was really fun being her. And I'm not. That's not even being cliche, but I'm thinking like on set, like, oh well, I did film a movie in Jamaica that never came out.
I saw. Oh my god, that looks so
Yes,
cool. By the way,
I know. I
the
don't know why. I
wardrobe.
still don't know why to this day.
So
Yes.
sad when that happened.
And it was cool because I got to be in Jamaica for like
I know.
it was, oh my god, it was really fun. It was
I'm
really, really cool.
shocked that people put that much money into a movie and it never comes out. Like
It
that's
never comes
wild.
out. I
They're probably
know.
doing the
It was really
How do you
beautiful. It
how
was
do you
also the
recoup
most
that?
what?
How
Sorry.
do how do you even recoup money from that, Joe? I mean, from production standpoint,
Don't.
or is it all
It's
gone?
lost.
I
It's lost.
yeah, it's lost. But
For
like what
something like
Remy,
that.
if the footage is all, if they shot everything, I'm sure they're still tweaking or finding the right special effects people. Because I know another filmmaker whose movie was delayed like almost 10 years in getting that to come
I
out. So
know, yeah.
those
I
two movies,
mean, some movies take a long time.
because
Yeah.
with other streaming services, they're not gonna, if they have it shot and edited, they're not gonna let it sit there. They're gonna release it. So in some,
Totally.
To be honest with you, the only reason, and like this isn't even a me thing, I would want it to come out is so that people could see what it's like in the like not as rich areas of Jamaica. I think a lot of people
Totally.
think of Jamaica, yeah, they think of Jamaica and they think of just
resort.
like resorts and stuff like that. I
Totally.
mean, there's literally children there that are playing like soccer with a half a sandal of like a flip flop,
Totally.
or like it's deflated ball. And so like one of my goals and dreams is to like have enough money one day to like build soccer fields out there.
Totally.
Yeah. So it that was a really humbling experience. That was my first time out of the country. And
Oh,
so
wow.
it yeah. And it was
But it's also like sorry to cut you
okay,
off,
baby.
but something like that is also so it's so rewarding, as in like
Yeah.
it's such a cool opportunity, such a cool experience, but it's also like eye-opening.
Yes, both of those things.
Completely.
Both of those
Like
things
you can
on
know
double
about it,
ends.
but when you see it in person, it's a different ball game
It's
for
I mean
sure.
I'm
And
getting
it
chills right now.
really like
It's a different one of the
yeah,
girls I had remember at the time I had like shared my like there was a lot of times that I didn't take lunch because I couldn't. I would give it
yeah,
away.
yeah.
But one of the girls thought I was a superhero for doing that. And yeah, I'm
I
gonna
would
hold on a
say
minute.
yes to that.
Yeah.
I'm hold on. I don't want to cry on camera, but it's
Why?
so beautiful and humbling on double ends because on one end you see people who have so much less than us and so much more in their hearts because they still smile, they still laugh. Like I don't know, it makes you think like wow, like we are so ungrateful for the things that we have here. And then the other thing is it's really heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking.
Totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
and yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, but
No, it's okay. I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't really visit developed countries or
yeah.
areas, and they don't like what you hear. It's so different to see it up my cat.
I mean, a lot of those kids aren't even registered. Like they don't go to school because
Totally.
it's like
Like
costs you money to be born in the hospitals. So
yeah.
they're like they just don't go to school. Or they like walk long miles or they take the bus. But it's very and this is
Well, it's
not
like a huge realization, and then
yeah.
like I said, it's so much different being physically there and seeing it, and
Than
then
seeing it on a
I
screen.
mean, I had a similar situation to that recently, different, totally, but like everyone that I came in contact with was super human. They were so nice, and so it's just a weird, I mean, not weird, but like it's a very eye-opening situation
It's
in the
hard to
way that
explain the
like,
feelings. The
yeah,
feelings
because
are
like
yeah, it's
everyone that
overwhelming. It's
I
hard to
met, and I'm
explain.
sure that you met, were angels.
Incredible.
Like,
Incredible
yeah.
people. Yeah.
So it's
Really no, really
and
incredible.
it's like you want to do everything, and you just can't do everything.
I know. I don't have the capital yet, but I promised I would go
Yet.
back. And I didn't forget,
Same.
like I promised that little girl that I will she wanted to hopefully she still wants to do that, but she said that she wanted to do photography.
I'm
And she was
sure.
taking pictures on her little iPad and I was like, "Girl, when I come back here, you come back. I don't care what you make social media one day." She was younger, so I was like, "But when you get old enough to
Sure,
make social
totally.
media," I was like, "Message me and I will look out for you." like
Totally.
honestly. So I don't know. And it was but it was so beautiful, but at the same time it really was beautiful there because there's a sense of community, like people just help each other. I don't You don't really get that in a lot of places around here. I mean, like, yes, LA, I have like amazing friends and amazing like people that I've like become my family, but I just think in America as an overarch, it's kind of just like dog eat dog world.
Mhm.
If I win,
Totally.
you can't, and like over there it just seemed like everyone can win together.
So I think I would say like even though that movie didn't come out, it would be so nice. At least you got that experience and that you got to see all that because it seems like it really resonated with you. So like that
Yeah,
in itself is
Yeah.
beautiful, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, yeah, it sounds to me like you got gained a lot of a very, very, precious experience. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe the movie didn't happen. Maybe the movie did happen. Maybe you wouldn't have had that experience.
I know. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, in my mind, like I said, it's not even for me. I want people to see that we were not filming in a soundstage. All of the things that you see are real. And
Totally.
it's a post how I can put it into perspective, it's post-apocalyptic world. And
Yeah.
we went where people live.
Right.
So
It's
it's
sort of like that. It's sort of like that in downtown LA, though, right? I mean, with all the homeless down there. I mean, it's sort of like a
yeah,
post.
but even it's I can't even explain like when I you just have to see it. I couldn't even I mean, yeah, but you don't see children. And that doesn't make it okay. That does not make it okay. I'm not like, oh, adults, but like
It's
seeing
just
little
different, I think it's
it's
different. Yeah.
seeing little children. It's like, damn, like what we could be doing so much more. First of all, nobody should be homeless. There's so many empty houses in the entire world, in the entire country. People should be able to just live
Wild.
in them. That should be right.
In New York alone, are you kidding? Like it's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York are like empty now. It's just
It's
ridiculous.
wild.
It's just insane. The whole thing is insane. I just I don't think you're right. You know what? There's no like comparison.
No, it's not the
It's
same. But
it's
also, I
mind-boggling
mean,
to
doesn't
me,
make one less,
less or the other,
whatever.
but
Of
it's
course.
absolutely mind-boggling to me that like
Wild.
we have the resources to change the world and we're just kind of like, eh,
Yeah. And I
I
mean, I
don't.
think like just circling back to like us, I think that's a big part of film and being creative. It's like opening up the viewpoint of that. And
Yeah,
sometimes people to actually understand something is they need to see something creative and in production to actually grasp that idea. And
oh, you cut out.
I feel like there's, or even like in this film, like grasping the idea of like
Did she cut out for
struggling
you guys?
mentally. What?
Do you guys see? Do you see yourselves as? Do you see yourselves as actresses first or storytellers first?
I
Wait,
think they
can you
go
guys
hand
hear
in
me? I'm so
hand.
sorry.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Sorry.
I mean, it's too distinctive. It's too distinctive, perspective. But how do you see yourself first and foremost, as storytellers or as actors telling the story?
I never feel like I'm telling a story. I never feel like I'm acting. I feel like I become these characters. One of the reasons why I wanted to act is because growing up, I was bullied a lot. And so I would find these people on screen that reminded me of me, and I would feel less alone. And so one of my goals is to like do what I do and just have one person out there
What
feel
what
less
character,
alone.
what characters made you feel that? Made you like you?
That's
Can you go into?
personal. That's
I was gonna say
personal.
because I love
Totally.
to.
That's personal. No, I
Okay.
mean, there's a couple people, like, I would say, like, ones that are not super deep, like, South of Nowhere. I mean, I grew up gay. It wasn't cool to be gay when I was younger. Now it's, like, okay to be gay, which I fucking love that, and I'm, like, I'm like, "Yeah, it's Pride Month," but, South of Nowhere yeah, I'm like, "Ah!" South of Nowhere, that TV show, it's kind of like I don't know, not a lot of people have really watched it or heard of it, but it helped me realize, like, "Oh, it's not weird to be gay." Also, this might be controversial, but Tila Tequila, A Shot at Love.
Totally. That's the
I was
first
like,
time it was like
it's
on
cool to be
reality, like
gay.
mainstream television. Like for
um,
real.
there's a couple of them that I think I'm not ready to share. There's just
That's
it's
okay. It's
yeah,
not,
those ones are
yeah.
a little bit deeper, but on the lighthearted side, those ones. Also, Shigo from I know this is a cartoon, but
Who
loved
cares?
her.
Yeah.
Love your vibes. Like she's, I don't know. You know what? Also, I
Amazing.
like vigilantes. I always view myself as a vigilante, not a hero, not a villain, as a vigilante.
So you see
Totally.
yourself more like a Frank Castle,
Like Catwoman.
Catwoman. Yeah.
Catwoman.
Totally.
But the Michelle
Yeah.
Pfeiffer version, because
Obviously,
nailed
we're
it.
not psychopaths.
Yeah.
Like, oh, honey,
We're
I'm
not
home.
crazy
Oh, I
people
forgot.
here.
Oh, I forgot I'm not married. It's my favorite line of all time. We're not psycho. We're not going with the old. Come
We're
on.
not nuts. No, I'm
She's
kidding.
yeah. She's like the best. What, are you joking?
She's so good.
It's
She's so good.
like bar none.
I know.
I like that. You know, I like when you said that you see yourself as a vigilante. See,
Yeah.
I picked that vibe up when I first saw you as Helena. That's the vibe that I got. I got the physicality part of your
Yeah.
acting, Remy. And I'm thinking she could, you know, yeah, she's playing this role in this movie, but I could see you, you know, being in a Marvel movie or a DC movie, you know, kicking ass, you know.
Or
And
Jinx from Arcane. Have you guys seen that?
which
No,
one?
but I'm gonna.
Jinx from Arcane.
No.
No.
You have to watch it.
Yeah, wait. I will say, Patrick, if like because you've seen Death Senses, right? And Remy, I don't even know if you're aware of this, but your physicality in in Great Year Demons is so different. Like the way you carry yourself. I'm not sure. I bet it's not a conscious choice. It's just how when you become the character,
Yeah.
like you can see your posture. Everything is like it's so different from
Yeah,
the
she's
characters.
totally in character. Yeah.
You're also really good at writing, and I also bother you hardcore. Like I feel like when we well, at least with Helena, like I bothered you hardcore, being like, well, what do you think of it? Like, what's the? And then like I don't know. From there, I kind of just I did a lot of research. I do a lot of research when I get a character, but I also I don't know. They take over. That's why I almost couldn't do it. Like they just take over. I
Yeah,
never,
but
and
like
I'm
you
not even.
did
I'm not gonna.
almost never counts. So like you did do it and you did
I
a
did do it.
great
You're right.
fucking
I did
job.
do it.
How
Oh,
Yeah.
I love you for that.
how long did it take you to let go of Sharon and Helena? Did it take you long to let go of the characters?
I would say that's probably
To let
why I
go of
cried
them?
so hard.
But
I cried so hard.
for me, I find it fairly easy to leave it.
Mm,
I think each person is different. It depends. Like I think if I was in her role, it would have been different.
Yeah.
I think Sharon Sharon already had like this kind of like outside perspective. She was already on the outside, so it's a
Hmm.
different character than
I mean,
Remy.
I can see
Remy
that. I
was
mean, I was gonna say playing a divine character probably would
yeah.
be one
It's
of the
a
easiest
different.
ways.
It's the emotions are not for her. They're for her. You know.
Right.
I don't know if she's
What
ever left. And I don't mean that. And I think long term, I don't think she's ever left. And it's because I always have a place for her in my heart.
Totally.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think maybe some of the mannerisms, um, like maybe sometimes I'll catch my hands in my pockets a lot because that's like one, like, but I don't think that ever leaves you,
No.
honestly.
It's so
I also,
beautiful.
because
Not like
it,
And
this.
you did, on that note, I'm going to say I'm so grateful to be
I love
here.
you. Yeah.
Thank you so, so much for having me. This means a lot. I am very grateful. I'm very grateful to be a part of this film and meet you beautiful creatives. Remy, you're amazing.
I love
Keep
you.
on. And I have to talk to you more. I
I
will
know.
text you more, I
Call me.
promise. Joe,
I
same
know.
with you. And
Life.
Patrick, thank you so much for having me. I am going to sign out, but I am
Bye,
very
baby.
grateful and I hope you guys continue and I can't wait to watch and everything. Um, Thank you
Have a
so
great
much. You
edition.
guys did amazing, Remy. Your performance is bar none. Like you, amazing and
Wow.
an amazing person. I'm so happy and grateful to have met you. And Joe, thank you.
Same.
Again, I'm grateful, and I hope you guys have a great weekend and a rest of the time here. So
Have a
thank you
great
so much.
audition.
Thanks for having me.
Bye, baby.
All right.
Bye.
All right. So Remy
She's such
and
a gem.
Joe.
She's a gem.
She
She's
is.
like
She is. She's
She's just the best. She's so sweet, dude. Like I
so
love her.
sweet, such a pro. Just dove into this character. No, you were like rehearsal table. I was like table reads.
I
I'm
know,
like,
Taylor, you
I was like,
we don't do that.
can you print your own script and be here tomorrow? Basically.
Yes. Actually, yes.
Joe.
I'm dead.
You must feel like and be honest here. But when you watch like when you watch the finished film, like Breakout Mountain uh or Greet Your Demons, do you give yourself just allow yourself just a small pat on the back saying that and acknowledge to yourself that you kicked ass?
No, he doesn't, and he should. He's freaking phenomenal.
Thank you,
On that note,
Remy.
I'm just gonna get a
No,
charger for my phone.
yeah, let me say, I will say, the pat on the back for this one comes, and I would want Remy to hear it because it's basically about her. And even though we're spoiling the entire movie, it's fine. The pat on the back for me comes in the final scene when they just it's it I'm patting myself on the back for being like, wow, I got these all these amazing creatives together, because the final scene for me, it moves me every time I see it. And when I was editing it, it was moving me every time I had to watch Remy just like breaking down. Remy, I was just saying, like, the thing I congratulate myself for is just getting all of you guys together, and like it all comes together in that final scene, because it's not just it's you. It really makes me all get watery eyed every time I see it. You and her together, and then that, like, that warmth, and then also, it's like I said, the whole crew, anyone who helped, but it's also Kevin's music, and that scene just complemented it so nicely that I was like, yeah, watching Great Your Demons, I'm like, good job getting everybody together to do this. So,
And the ending is the right way to go too. It really was. It was the right call. Because I know a lot of movies would have went the other way, because of the subject matter. They would have, and it wouldn't have been such a ending, because that's just how our society is. But I thought the choice for you to end it the way you did, I thought it was brave, and I thought it was the right call, I'm glad you made that choice.
and like, I think it, thank you so much. And I think it comes through where you see how Remy's like facial expression when she just kind of accepts what it's happening. You see like this little, just a hint of a smile on her face, like she's kind of, it's so beautiful the way you did that. And now that you were showing off, I'm going to show off my little and Pixies.
Literally, you just see the little bat ears. I agree. I think the ending is what made me love it so much. Again, because I don't think it's talked about enough, because sometimes, it goes that way.
Right.
Often it goes that way. And I think that's what's really important about when you have the ability to write like Joe does. I think it's really important to tell the stories that, again, a lot of people would be taboo and too afraid to touch. And I just think he's an incredible genius, and I don't think you give yourself enough credit at all. Like at all.
How does your family feel about your career, Remy, and some of the choices that you made? Including doing a movie like this.
Um
Have they
Proud,
treated you?
they're always hounding me to get CD versions. I'm like, we don't do CD versions. Like hounding me. I'm like, literally, like, just go online. But Proud, they wish that I would do it more. And I'm definitely gonna, this is like inspiring me to get back into it. I think that I'm still kind of like, I don't know, as life goes on, I'm constantly growing, and I'm constantly, oh, you're right, mama? Sorry, just being a mom. You okay? Okay. I'm constantly growing, and I don't know, I've been exploring being behind the camera, which is really cool. And it's helped me in so many ways. First of all, see how hard it is. But also, I don't know, I think one of the things that I have been doing is wrote my own script. I haven't finished. Joe knows. I sent it to him. I have to finish it. I'm so sorry. Because I want him to help me, but life gets in the way. And then I moved to LA, and it was really difficult for me at first, in a sense where I don't know, I'm from Jersey. I had my friends that I've had since elementary school. I'm Italian, so I still lived at home. So I'm living on my own for the first time, and I think it was just a big change. And I feel like I had to buzz my hair when I moved out here, because of medical things. So I know that sounds really silly and stupid, but my hair was like a big part of who I was, I guess, just because growing
Yes.
up, people would always be like, mermaid hair. Oh my God, you have mermaid hair. Never cut your hair, never cut your hair. And then when I had to buzz it, it was a very weird experience being like, oh, great. Well, everyone said that I'm only, not everyone, obviously, but like worthy because of my hair. And now I can't hide behind it. It was almost like a shield for me, I guess. And so that kind of hindered things a lot. I'm going to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, but it made me, I don't know, it kind of made me like go back and double check, like, okay, so like, was I confident or was I just like living off of the validations of others? And again, I know that sounds really silly and stupid when it comes to hair, but the girls will get it. Um, I don't know. And I don't know. I can't explain it. There's a lot. My childhood friend just died a couple months ago in his sleep. So there's just been a lot of things. My dad got really sick when I first moved down here. Like there's been a lot of things, which is why I say a year because I've been here for 3. But I feel like I've only been able to like really start living within the past year. Again, my dad got really sick. He is in and out of the hospital. My uncle passed away. There's a lot of stuff that like hit me back to back. And I don't know, I think I needed the pause. But again, like talking with you guys and talking about it, like it's like lighting the fire to be like, you know what, like maybe this is the sign from the universe to like get back out there. If that
I
makes
knew it
sense.
would. I knew it would. That's why you have to do because
You
like
always do
yeah,
this. You just know. Like
He
if I
does.
could, you know how American Horror Story like has the same like
yeah,
I
yes.
wish that we could just all the way. All the
We
way.
got to get it together a little
I
bit.
know we do. I know we really, really do. Like instead of American Horror Story, it's just like the same writer and director and then like
Yeah,
actor. Like I think that would be sick. I don't know. They haven't done it yet, so
yeah, that's
Well, well, Joe. Well, I mean, the thing is about Joe too is like he's got that John Ford thing too. Where he has a troupe of actors. And like in Grease Your Demons. I
and
mean,
he's
I'm sitting
handsome,
there.
handsome, and he's a good actor himself. Like you don't give yourself enough credit, dude. Like what the
okay.
heck, dude? Like,
Yeah, Joe can act his ass off.
But
I saw you in Dangerous Sentence. I was like, oh man, and he bought the farm. What? Oh my god, good movie, good movie. Um, as far as what do you like about LA so far? I mean, now that you've been out there, I mean, how's it different? Like to do auditions, um, and do you like doing auditions? Is
I
that
would
part of?
s- I would
Go ahead.
say I like that it's warm. If New York was warm, I would live in New York. I love the East Coast. Like I love New York City. But I don't like the cold. I really don't like the cold. I like that it's sunny. I would say the other thing is, and maybe it would be different if I had, because I was in New York for a little bit. I was like dating that girl, so I was in like kind of living in Brooklyn for a little bit. She's an amazing girl. Her name is Valentina. She's a singer. Check her out. But I do like about LA is that you meet a lot of people who are creative. There I don't there the stigma of like everyone in LA is like they're really not. Like I feel like that's
yeah, you
kind
look
of
like you're having a blast out there at times. Like really,
yeah.
much more so than on the.
I think LA. I think the people out in LA. I mean, lately, it's really weird. It's like I've been doing this for a while now,
Yeah.
and for a long time. I mean, it's been every time I talk to people, they say how nice it is out there.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, like last month or a couple months, all of a sudden I started hearing like for the first time in years,
Wow.
people are talking about, man, so it's cutthroat out there. It's cutthroat out there. It's tough to compete for roles, and it's people out there they're just not they're not looking out for anybody but themselves. Um,
I think I'm really big on your thoughts create your reality. So I think if you're looking for people who are like that, you will meet people who are like that. But if you say to yourself, which is what I did, and I was like, I'm going to meet people who are really, really cool, really, really kind, who just want to like help each other out, like bring people like you could, if I win, you win type of mentality.
right.
And that's kind of like who I've surrounded myself with, if I'm being honest. And I don't know if that's because I'm naive and I'm just like, I'm nice to everybody, everybody's nice, like everyone's cool, or if I just manifested it and I got lucky.
What do you what are your plans for the rest of the summer and the rest of this year? I mean, what do you got going on besides publicizing Grease Your Demons?
So I was actually, and this is crazy, but I was actually thinking of live streaming. So this is so
Oh,
interesting that we're doing this. Yeah.
yeah.
Recently I was just like, I saw streamer university, and I was like, that looks so fun. I'm gonna do that for a little bit. That's the thing. The thing about me is I want to do everything. I want to experience everything. So honestly, my next thing is I think I'm gonna start streaming. Honestly.
And that's
Yeah.
what makes you a great artist too, because you're always got your hands in everything, and it's just helps you grow. And yeah, and
I'm like,
you know,
art, look at my art.
right, right. You got like
That's ADHD. That's
oh,
Now,
ADHD.
what would you want to do as far as streaming goes? Would you be yeah, your art, or would you, do you have any idea what you would be talking about? Just life in LA, or
I think just
would you have guests on? You know, like have Joe on?
everything. I think everything, honestly. Like someone asked me the other day, they were like, what do you like, what are your dreams? What are your goals? And I'm like, I just want to do everything. I want to do everything. I want to experience. I know that sounds great. And people were like, well, you have to pick one. You have to pick one. And I'm like, why?
you don't. You just have
Why
to.
can't I do everything? Yeah. I don't know. I guess I do art. I write poetry. I've written songs. I've tattooed myself. So I think I would do that. I really like astrology. I like talking to people. I like hearing people's stories. I like getting to know people. One thing that someone said to me the other day is like, some people might find me nosy, but I'm just so interested. Like I genuinely want to know what made you choose that career. What's your favorite thing that you did with that career? Like, I don't know. I guess kind of maybe I'll do what you do. Maybe
You
we
know,
co-host. Maybe I come on and we
you know,
co-host.
if you want to do a streamer, if you want to get into streaming,
Yeah,
and I would be
give me the
more than
tips.
happy to have you come on here and hang out with me and do a co-host. We could do that.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
You guys talk
My
about
friend Katie, she's a poet. She's a tremendous poet, and I've been trying to get her to come back and do a roundtable of poets. And if I
Oh,
can
hell
get that,
yeah.
if I can get that, I was going to do it in June, but I lost. Just June just got away from me. But
I
if we
know.
want to do it in July, I'll be more than happy to have you come on as a co-host.
you guys talk about it. I gotta go. Remi, you know I love you. Thank you
You're
so much.
good, babe. You're good. I have like 5 more. I have like 4 more minutes anyway,
Okay,
so we're good.
Yeah, that'll be
I'll
perfect.
hop off. But Remi, I love you. Patrick,
I
thank you
love
again.
you. I know.
Sorry for
I can't wait for your next project to start so we can see who you got, Joe.
well,
Right?
all soon. Yes, it's percolating, and Remi, you're there. Okay, bye
Oh,
guys.
bye, Joe. And yeah, I'll let you go too, because I've actually had you here past the mark.
Oh
But
yeah.
we have hit the button, so to speak. Larry said, "It's the company you keep. It's the company you keep. You surround yourself with positivity, and that's what you manifest." And of course,
Absolutely.
I answered that by saying, "Indeed, that's why we surround ourselves with cats, because cats. I can't think of anything more positive than a cat."
I
But
love
that's
cats.
I
I
love
actually
cats.
grew up on a farm. Did you know that?
No, no.
Yeah.
Was in Jersey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
My mom's a little cuckoo crazy. I had a horse. I've had chickens, goats, ducks, rabbits. I've like raised baby raccoons and then like let them back out into the like you name it, I've had it.
Well, the wildest thing I had is I have a cheetah. So
What?
he's right above you. If you look up there, you'll see him. His name's Paladin. He's half cheetah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, yep. He's really awesome.
That is
Uh, um,
awesome.
but yeah, I'm serious. We'll stay in touch because I
Yo,
got you
yeah.
down. And yeah,
I'd
I
also
will.
love to read my poetry on here if you need an extra
Yeah.
person too. So I'm down for that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Hell, you know what I'll do? I'll go ahead and I'll book Dylan Harvey here, Dylan Fawn Harvey. She's an actress. I'll book her on a show in July. Then you can come co-host with me, and
Okay, cool.
we can talk to Dylan together. How about that? That'll be fun.
Yes, I'm down. I'm so down.
Okay, me too. That'll be fun because she's got a new movie coming out, and I want to talk to her about it. So I'll get in touch with her and have her come out and you and I will interview Dylan. She's amazing. She's such you won't meet a sweeter
What's the
person.
name of it? What's the name of the movie?
Well, I think
Oh,
what's
you
the
guys
latest
cut out. I'm like,
what's
my
Todd's
service just
latest
stinks.
movie? It's really supposed to be quite inventive. What's
Oh,
Todd's latest film,
I don't
Dylan?
know. You guys can hear me.
We hear you.
I can't tell if I'm cutting out.
We hear you. Wolf Moon
This is then I
Rising.
just stare blankly. Oh, she just stares at
No,
me
no,
out the window.
it's Wolf
And I
Moon
can't see the
Rising.
chat either, so I don't even know.
Oh, let's see.
Oh,
You can't see the
Wi-Fi,
okay.
you let me down.
Can you hear us?
Can you guys
hear
hear me?
Yes.
I don't know if you guys can.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh my God. Okay. I don't know technology.
It's okay. We
I'm gonna
hear you.
stream though.
Okay.
Wait, let me
So
see if I can fix this.
I'm
Hold
gonna go
on.
ahead and watch you. She's swimming out here. So I want to say thank everybody for coming out tonight for
Did
this
that
show.
work?
Uh,
Maybe if I
Remi
write in the
and
chat. I honestly don't even know if you can hear me.
oh, she's so cute. She's awesome. I'll give it up for Remi. I want to thank you guys in the chat for coming out here, hanging out with us tonight. Tomorrow night, Friday, we'll be back here at
Yes. Okay,
8 o'clock.
so you guys can hear me. I
Yes,
can't
we
hear
can hear
you.
you.
I'm just staring at. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go.
Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we'll be here with Spider Dabrowski. We'll be watching and commenting on his movie Teardrop. And that'll be at 8 o'clock. I'm not sure who's going to show up for that. I know Spider says he's going to try to grab some friends. If not, it'll just me, Spider, and you guys in the chat. And of course, next Tuesday at 8 o'clock, we'll be welcoming our good friend Angela Williams. She's an awesome artist and and a pole dancer. And I can't wait to
Oh,
talk
that's
to her about it.
amazing.
She is amazing.
That's an art. That is an art form. That is mesmerizing.
She's a warrior. She's overcome a lot, and now she's
That's badass.
yeah. You'll love Angela. She's one of the sweetest people. God, I always have all the sweetest people. Yeah, she's tremendous. And thanks to the chat for coming out and hanging out with us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank
Hopefully
you
we'll
guys
see you
so
tomorrow.
much.
And as far as you stay right where you're at, Remi,
Okay.
just stay right where you're at. And I see Dylan said, well, I said the Wolf Moon Rising. It's a werewolf movie. It's awesome.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh my God. I want to be, I know I played a vampire on the YouTube thing, but that I would love to do sci-fi.
Yes.
I would love to do sci-fi.
Todd is one of the he's very much like Joe in that regard. Very, very cool. Very very actor friendly, very supportive.
I think I'd make a great vampire. Look at my hair. Like, I feel like we need to use this. Like, this should be a vampire.
Hell yeah.
Right?
We need more vampires.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're gonna be out of here. We'll talk to you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock when Spider Dabrowski will be here.
Bye, guys.
Stay
Thank
right
you so much, and thank you so much for having me. Honestly, I really appreciate it. I actually had a blast, like
Awesome.
legitimately. Thank you.
Hang out for 1 second.
Okay. Okay.
Peace to everybody else.
Okay.
Midnight hour tonight at 12:15 on Hops Horse Channel.